I always look forward to new Daedric quests, especially since the Daedric Princes always seem to be up to something. Today, we're taking a look at Sleepwalking into a Nightmare, a new quest mod in which we're tasked with helping a man track down his wife, who mysteriously went missing in the middle of the night. With two different endings, each with their own reward, new gear, spells, and being fully voiced, this mod promises to give us a new and exciting Daedric experience. This mod comes to us from The Ludist, who's released a few mods before, a couple of which I've played here on the channel. His Legends of Ethereum and Heart of the Reach mods served as really good dungeon experiences, with the second mod having a bit more of a quest to help guide you along. This time around, The Ludist aimed to give us a more narrative experience, which is right up my alley. The quest itself is meant to be fairly open, with no quest markers for the majority of it, with the intent being that the player explores and discovers things for themselves. If you know where to go, you can rush through this and probably finish the mod in about 30 minutes. But if you're a bit more thorough, this will likely take more than an hour to complete. The mod comes with no requirements, and it can be played on an existing save. Currently, it's available only for Skyrim Special Edition on PC, but I'd love to see this get ported to Xbox if possible. To get started, find the Green Tip Cabin, located to the northeast of Iverstead, and speak with Ralphorn in order to begin.
Find any clues?
Wait, what? Alia. Were you expecting someone? Were you expecting a detective?
My wife, Gretzka. When I woke up this morning, she wasn't here. She still hasn't shown up yet.
I can help find her. Are you worried about her?
She has trouble sleeping, so it's not unusual to find that she's gone before I wake up. But this time, I'm not sure. Something feels off. So yeah, I'm a little worried.
Well, I could help you find her.
You would? Oh, thank you. She's a hunter. She tracks game and fishes locally. There's plenty of local wildlife, so she never normally goes far. I pray I'm overreacting and she's just out hunting. But I've checked her usual spots and there's still no sign of her. My Gretzka, she sleepwalks sometimes. So it's possible that she wandered outside and got lost. She's been suffering night terrors. They've been getting worse, and she's been sleepwalking more often. I fear she's in trouble.
Where should I look for her? Well, what does she look like?
She's got long, auburn hair and big, round green eyes. You'll know her when you see her.
Where does she normally hunt?
Normally along the river, both fishing and hunting the elk who come to drink.
Could she have gotten into any trouble?
Potentially. That's one of my worries. The area has its fair share of threats.
Dragons, bandits, you know, the usual stuff.
Around the house. That's normally as far as she gets. So it'll be a first if she has gone this far.
Could these nightmares be relevant?
No, I don't think so. But they do seem to return alongside the sleepwalking. She's pretty private about the nightmares. I don't know a lot about them. The only one she's ever told me about is one where she's running from wolves.
Well, that doesn't sound very good then.
You could take another look around her usual spots. Maybe you'll be able to find something I didn't. Try by the river. There's a fishing spot there. Also, not far from the fishing spot, there's an archery target she uses to get her eye in. Now that I'm thinking about it, she sometimes walks along the path to the northwest.
Oh god.
Maybe look there as well.
I need you to write some of these down in that case, because you gave me a lot of things to check, and my memory is terrible. Okay, I think I got some of them marked at least. So that's good. Yeah, because he immediately asked if I had any clues, which threw me off. Also, 1 second, because his audio levels sounded a little low, and I have voice pretty much at max, and I'm also using a script extender plugin that already makes voices louder, so that means his volume without that must be pretty quiet already. I would like it to be a little bit louder. I'm someone that likes dialogue to be fairly loud. Maybe that's just me, though. Maybe that's just kind of subjective. Fishing spot, and, well, let's see if we have any clues. Oh, alright. Look for clues, and nothing. Because I was gonna look in the bucket, I was gonna pick up the bucket, I was gonna throw the bucket in the water. No clues. Well, I see a backpack. That looks like a clue, and her journal. I will check the journal first. First entry, I've filled my last journal, so this is the start of a new one. Today is a day like any other. I spent the morning fishing and hoping to see any elk that might cross my path, but nothing. The nightmares have started again, the same one with the wolves and Papa again. Ralph Warren also said I was sleepwalking again in the night. I had a few nightmare again last night. I was in a jail cell, unable to get out. It didn't last long before a guard came up to my cell, and then I woke up. My bowstring snapped today, right as I was about to release my arrow, was the biggest hair I'd seen in some time too. I'll have to pay Balamund a visit tomorrow. Another nightmare last night. I don't remember much of it, but for some reason I was in the Sea of Ghosts and I could see Solitude to the southeast. That seems important. I remember climbing some stone stairs, then laying down in a stone bed. When I fell asleep in the nightmare, I woke up. I bruised my shin pretty badly while sleepwalking last night. Had another nightmare. I kept falling from a great height down what seemed like a well into a room full of water. I woke up as I started to drown in there. That's not disturbing at all. Come to think of it, I don't know if I've ever had a dream about drowning. I've had dreams about being mugged, about having my house broken into. I've had dreams about falling. I don't think I've had any dreams about drowning, though. That Solitude one feels like a bit of a hint. Standing by the Sea of Ghosts and looking southeast to Solitude, for some reason, that feels like it might be important in actually finding her.
Find any clues?
Yeah, I found something. Her knapsack along the path.
What? She always keeps that sack with her. She made it herself. She wouldn't be caught dead without it.
Well...
Any idea where she's gone from there?
Actually, yes. Found a journal that could tell us something. No sign of her. Do you think she's in danger?
By the 8, I hope not. But leaving her knapsack behind... that's not like her.
Well, found a journal that might tell us something.
It feels wrong, you know. Reading through her journal. But if this is our only clue... would you mind if I take that?
Yeah.
There's a lot about her nightmares in here. It seems that Gretzka was recording them. She mentioned that they all start with her climbing stone stairs to a stone bed, then falling asleep somewhere in the Sea of Ghosts, northeast of Solitude.
That's right, she was looking southwest of Solitude, so she was to the northeast, yes. Do you think she could have gone to the place from her nightmare?
You know what? That's the best lead we have so far.
That's what I said, to be fair.
I hate to ask, as you've done so much already, but please, would you go and see if you can find her there?
Well, what will you do?
I'll stay here, in case she turns back up on her own accord. I'd offered to go myself, but best I stay here, in case she turns up.
It's a good point.
And I'd be of little use if she's in danger out there.
Imagine if I sent him northeast of Solitude and I waited here. She comes home on her own. She goes, "Who the hell are you?" I'm like, "Oh, well, your husband's out looking for you." I would think that this guy just murdered my husband and, now he's gonna murder me.
She mentions 3 recurring nightmares. She had only told me of one of these, though. When she was young, she was petrified of wolves. Her father was killed by one. Tragic, really. The other mentions a prison. Being locked up in jail, seems like. And the last was to do with falling and drowning. I'm not sure why she never wanted to talk to me about any of this. I wish she told me instead of finding out this way.
Well, I'll go.
Oh, thank you, friend. You don't know how much this means to me. Please hurry. And Divine's blessings upon you both. If you need anything, I'll be here. For what it's worth.
Okay, see, those last couple lines were kind of like the volume that I want. They were a little louder. That was kind of in the range that I usually like lines to be. Okay, and this does mark where to go, which is good because even though I feel like I could maybe figure it out on my own, I don't have the greatest sense of direction. I also would not have thought to look that far out. When she said see a ghost, I was thinking more so along the coast. I did not realize she was going to be all the way out there, so I am kind of grateful for that marker then. I wonder if Agretzka swam all this way, or maybe... what if she not sleepwalked, but sleep rode her way out here just in a boat? Don't see any boats, so maybe not. The frozen steps discovered. I like the model. I like the texture for the steps. Little thing, but, you know, makes me happy. You shake her, but she refuses to wake up, seemingly stuck in a trance. Clearly, if I just try it again and again and again, I can do it, right? Like, third time would be the charm. Yep, here we go. Because these are the stone beds that she mentioned. We got the little magical, glowy, whatever it is here. Alright. Looks like we're going to sleep. Oh. That's maybe not a great sign right there. Uh-oh. That doesn't fill me with confidence, necessarily. I want to see if there's a map for this. Okay, no unique zone map for it, but I was wondering, I was hoping maybe we would get one. No welcome party, no one here to greet us at all. Rather than just jumping down like an idiot, I am going to try and follow, you know, an actual path. If I can find one. We got a bridge. I don't see anyone. I don't hear anything. It's just so quiet and ominous. Investigate the cave. To the awakening chambers. Yeah, we just go in there, we find her, and immediately we just wake up, right? Hello? Oh, I was hoping that she was gonna be here. I was hoping it was gonna be as simple as she was just gonna be right there and we just shake her and she wakes up. Oh, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna sleep in the bed and it's gonna take me to a different nightmare, right? No, never mind. Upon touching the bed, you are granted with a vision. In this vision, you feel a sense of bereavement. You see snapshots of a young girl with auburn hair walking through a heavily misty forest. Another vision follows the first. You see a woman treading water. You can feel overwhelming self-doubt coming from her. You're granted with a final vision. You see a teenage girl in a prison cell. You can see the anguish all over her face. The vision subsides and you feel the bed call out to you, almost begging you to sleep here. You try, but you're unable to. To be fair, I can sleep in a lot of places, but I don't think I would really sleep well on a stone bed with no pillow. You know? Find a way to sleep in the stone bed. What if it was as simple as just finding a pillow? Because that could do it. Maybe that's all it would take. But I have a feeling we're gonna have to find something out here, and I also have a feeling it's gonna have to do with maybe finding her other nightmares? Like, that's kind of my guess. Maybe finding her 3 nightmares, almost similar to going through Pelagius's mind and helping resolve each of his issues. As best you can, because it's Pelagius, you know? I feel like there's going to be a lot of different pathways. I feel like I'm going to get absolutely lost in here. With how many branching paths there are, this does make me wish that there was maybe a world map. Which, we can use the local map if nothing else, but I know local maps aren't always the most reliable in terms of navigation. Yeah, the models, the textures that we're getting for this, I really, really like. It does help each of the new structures and whatnot stand out a bit more. Yeah, so we need to find a key to the Nightmare of Anguish, but it seems to be kind of what I said. We're going to be going through her recurring nightmares, and I think we'll get something from either each of those, or along the way that'll allow us to sleep in the stone bed eventually. Oh! Alright. That shouldn't have startled me. It really shouldn't have. I am playing on expert difficulty, but I'm also on a level 81 character, so keep in mind that your experience, the difficulty of enemies, may vary person to person. Because I don't believe the mod has a level requirement or recommendation. I think it's more so meant to be able to be played more or less whenever you want. I'm gonna get so lost though, especially not having a map here. Ooh, wait, new spell, detect sleeping. I'm kind of curious if that might be of more use during this quest, but then could also be used later on just out in the rest of the game. Nearby sleeping creatures, but not undead, machines or Daedra, can be seen through walls. I'm just gonna favorite that. Yeah, I didn't think there were gonna be any sleeping right here, but I just wanted to give it a shot. Because I feel like that could be really cool if maybe there was a puzzle that needed to be solved in this using the spell. Because detect life would also detect sleeping people. So I am just wondering, like, okay, if maybe this is something that will have some pertinence to this quest. Alright, I realize that without a map, it'll be a little bit harder to kind of explain where I am, but I just kind of am north of the Nightmare of Anguish, and, ooh, can I even? No, I can't really scroll further out than that, but yeah, a lot of winding paths. It will be, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy to get lost here, but you might need to, or you might want to try and figure out some landmarks so that you know where you are. Omen of Bereavement, that's a good sign. That is very, very good, because the first nightmare described by the stone bed was about bereavement. I always love when they say you're weak when they're the ones about to get their ass beat. Okay, here we go. Key to bereavement. I like the model on that key. I'm really happy with the new assets that I'm seeing. What can I say? Also, one thing I just want to say is that I always love the, I don't know what the correct term for them. I think they're the basalt kind of walls and little rocky formations from Soulslime. I love the look of those, so anytime I get a mod that uses them, I'm happy. What do we have here? The Essenceless Helm. Aw, you attempt to take the helm, it refuses to move. I'll be back for you. Oh, man. Of course it's not gonna be that simple. I don't know why I thought it might have been. I'm just getting ahead of myself. This... Oh, I see a door down there. I was gonna say this looks ominous, but I also see a door. So the question is if this might be the Nightmare of Bereavement. I really love the look of the area. I love the tone of the area. Like, this has been really cool to go through so far. No self-doubt. Wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. The key of bereavement opened...
I love
oh.
you. Always, my darling.
Self-doubt. That was loud. That...
Gods, please stop.
That spooked me a little bit. And I think that is because of the fact that I have the... I think that's because I do have the dialogue boost. Oh, and look at this. Okay, that's a nice touch. Yeah, so that's the well that she talked about. Oh, I kind of wish that we had seen ourselves falling through
Gods,
it.
please stop.
Oh, wait, was that where I wanted to go? Yes, yes it is, and...
No.
Okay.
Stupid.
Okay, we did get to fall down it. I am wishing that I had maybe brought some
I
potions
love
with me.
you. Always, my darling.
Nightmare of self-doubt.
Papa.
I just have to relive her nightmare again and again and again, don't I?
Gods, please stop.
Nightmare of self-doubt. Okay, let me think. Because these... Oh, God. These are the doors that were here before. This would be a
I
new
love
door
you.
then.
Always, my darling.
Nope. Maybe not. Maybe not.
You're nothing more than a little parasite.
Hey, that's new. There we go. That's a good sign, right? Wait, the water's lower.
Why did your father leave me with such a brat?
Oh, that's uncalled for. I'm just spoiled. I'm not a
I'm
brat.
sorry, honey. I love you. I promise. I'll do better.
So I'm wondering if maybe
You're nothing more than a little parasite.
this door will be open this time. Okay, I'm checking to see if one of them still says door,
I'm sorry,
or
honey.
if they all say
I love you.
nightmare. Okay,
I promise.
all right.
I'll do better.
So I could be
You're
wrong.
nothing more than a little parasite.
I'm gonna say the door to my left,
You're nothing more
facing
than a
that
little parasite.
third one.
You're
might...
nothing more than
okay,
a little
all right,
parasite.
All right. So the way that it works is I think that they trigger
No.
based on swimming through. I think there's
I
like
love you.
triggers for each
Always,
of the lines
my darling.
when you're swimming through. So that raised the water level. So that was the wrong door to go through.
Gods, please stop.
I'm sorry, honey. I love you. I promise. I'll do better.
There's probably a pattern that I'm just kind of missing right now. No, that's definitely lower again.
And one more thing.
Oh, here we
I
go.
will hear no more talk of adoptions.
Mm-hmm.
None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you.
So when I have the water down to this level, I know
And one
going
more thing.
through
I will hear no more
this
talk
door
of adoptions.
raises it back
None of
pretty
you
much to
riffraff is getting
full.
adopted, ever. Nobody needs
this
you. They're
door
due. Nobody will want
is
extra
inaccessible.
beating. Do I make myself
So
clear?
let me go
I could
through
adopt you if you want.
this one. Oh. Okay. I had not heard that line before. Okie dokes. I think I get it. I gotta kind of figure out where the next line is, and that'll tell me which door to
I
go
do.
through.
Now and forever.
Okay. I think the lines are pointing me which way to go. Like finding the next sequence in the story.
You know what? I think At long last, I think I might be happy.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a look
You will
around.
never be good enough, Gretzka. Never.
And...
Why are you always making the same mistakes? This is why everyone leaves you.
Ooh, alright. I feel like... Because this way...
You know what? I think, at long last, I think I might be happy.
Yes, so let's go the way that leads to happiness? Yes, okay, go towards the happiness. And now we go towards the light, which is usually bad, but this time around, it might be good. Okay, there we go. I got it. And that puts us here in the awakening chamber, because we awakened here. Got it. Yes, alright. So, we're treading water, feel the overwhelming self-doubt. We had to fill her, we had to follow the good memories. Got it. And now we need to find the key to open the prison, the Nightmare of Anguish. Okay. Alright. And we're lighting these up as well. So there will be a corresponding light for each of the nightmares that we go through. So technically we went through the second one. Now is that right there where I found the helmet that I couldn't grab? Or is this going to be something completely different? Because this is right ahead from the awakening chamber. Oh no, this is separate. This is new. Scroll of Fear. Hollow Essence Gem. That is going to be a necessity for the Essenceless Helm. Right? I would imagine so. I feel like that makes sense. This tree seems like it might be important. Maybe it's just the candles, but this seems... Okay, just another chest, but... I'm gonna use... the candlelit tree is one of my landmarks. Let's go east from here. So just trying to reorient myself, I'm going to start here at the awakening chamber, and this time I'm going to go west, because I don't believe I've gone this way, and I feel like I'm starting to go in circles if I just don't really start from the center of the map and then know where I'm going from there. I will make sure to give the total uncut runtime, just so you guys know how long I spent in the world space that I spent in the mod in total. Because obviously, you know, this will be cut down to avoid some of that. This will be cut down so you don't just see me walking in circles. Is this the... Okay, so that's the Nightmare of Bereavement. That was to the west. Don't have the key, so let's keep going. And you can do the nightmares out of order too. Wait a second, wait. Wait, because I killed the Omen of Bereavement, and that let me enter the Nightmare of Self-Doubt. Was that intentional? Because I think that's what threw me off a little. I thought Bereavement... I thought the key of Bereavement leading to Self-Doubt, I thought those were then one and the same. So that's what threw me off. Okay, so... time to find another Omen then. Yeah, because I have the key to Bereavement. I just checked. I do, so... that might just be them trying to trick me, though. That might just be... you know, the nightmare trying to fool me. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be my guess. That's what I'm gonna go with then. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Alright. Omen of Anguish. So... what I'm wondering then... one, it didn't give me a quest for finding the Omen, or it didn't give a quest update for finding the Omen and saying to loot them. Well, granted, yeah, never mind. I was gonna say no, it didn't give me the objective until after I'd killed the Omen of Bereavement So yeah, so looted them. Alright, I am... Well, I'm facing west, which I realize doesn't help too much. Just keep going west. Just manifest destiny. That's the only advice I can give. Oh. What is this? Essence of the Night Haunter. Oh! Knight's Guard. And Knight's Edge. Okay. So this is how I fill the gem. Alright. I'm gonna try and show where I am in relation to the starting point. So I was going back up the path that leads to the Nightmare of Anguish, and previously I had taken the left path which leads up to the Nightmare. If you take the right path, it leads to these 3 essences, and this is going to be how I fill the soul gem so I can get the helm. Got it. I wonder if it'll tell me what each one does. Yes. That I like. That is good. As you reach out to touch the essence, see visions of a skull-helmed figure sneaking through darkness. They stride unnoticed by all as if they are one with the shadows. The essence sees visions of a skull-helmed figure under attack. They stride through oncoming blows, seemingly impervious to damage. Okay, nice guard. As you reach out, you see visions of a skull-helmed figure cutting through swaths of foes in perfect darkness. I kinda want Knight's Edge. Yeah. That one sounds good. That one I like. Let me go back and get the helm first. Alright, here we go. As you touch the helm, you feel a call out to the essence of Knight's Edge that you hold. Okay, and I get a light or a heavy variant. I will take heavy. Helm of Knight's Edge removed, Helm of Knight's Edge, or Essence of Knight's Edge removed, Helm added. Between 7 PM and 5 AM, one-handed, two-handed, and bows do 66% more damage. And that's just a constant active effect. That I like. Let's see how that looks on me. There you go. I like the big kind of open, toothy grin that I have too. Oh, I'm just gonna scare everyone, aren't I? Alright, now this should be the Nightmare of Anguish, unless I got completely lost again, which is also entirely possible. So fingers crossed. Yes. Okay, Key to Anguish does open that. Oh.
I've had enough of you.
Uh-oh.
I have to call the guards. They'll lock you up and throw away the key.
She was right, they did.
After what you've done, you're going to be behind bars for the rest of your life. And don't you even think about trying to get out of here. You understand? You deserve this.
What if I actually just stay here? What if I just decide, yeah, you know what, they're right, I'll just stay here forever. Okay, I am not allowed to sleep. Ooh, here we go. Prison key. Do I deserve this, though? Do I really? I wonder if I can find out what I did. We're also gonna use the creepy dolls here, aren't we? I don't want to take the doll. I'm gonna leave the doll right where it was, you know? I'm not making friends with them. I'm waiting for them to come to life and murder me. Because that's just immediately where my mind goes. The real funny thing would be if my prison key literally just opened this door right here, but I know it's not that simple. Oh, the funny thing is they're teasing me. They're like, yeah, we're letting you know the awakening chambers are down that way, but it's not that simple. You can't just waltz out of here. I am wondering if I find out what she did.
What do you want, Gretzka? Haven't you done enough already?
I don't know what I've done.
Don't play stupid with me, Missy.
I'm not playing.
You know exactly what you've done.
I'm just stupid. I'm not Gretzka.
And I'm the High Queen of Skyrim.
Your Majesty.
Come on now, Gretzka. You're in trouble as it is, without playing these little games.
I'm sorry, Mother. Will you forgive me?
No, I won't.
Okay.
Unless you can undo what you've done, I will never forgive you.
Unless I can undo what I've done. Oh, and now these two paths are open. What did I do? Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, Guard of Anguish. I'm sorry. I know you said don't break out, but I am apparently a criminal and I don't like listening to authority figures. You, my mom, no one. Imagine if this is what the Riften dungeons had actually looked like. This would be even scarier. Oh man, and more dolls. Oh, they're gonna haunt my dreams, aren't they? I don't know why that startled me. It's a goddamn guard. Sorry, I'm jumpy. In case you didn't already know, in case you weren't already aware, I'm just a very jumpy person. It's a little thing. I do like that the Guards of Anguish all have new lines. Even their combat sounds, even their death sounds are new. It's a nice touch. Ooh, can I knock him down that hole? Well, oh, there we go. Yeah, I did. There we go.
I love it when they try to run.
Sorry, I didn't get to read all of that. Sorry, I missed some of that. Wait, was Gretzka doing weird witchy stuff, maybe? That's what I'm getting. Because now I'm like, oh, wait a second. What if the dolls represent something, you know? Yeah, if you don't like mazes, if you don't like winding passageways, you might be in for a bad time. Me? I like this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me a little bit of the dungeons from Saints and Seducers Extended Cut, and I mean that as a huge compliment. The tile set actually reminds me of it quite a bit, too. Which is fitting, because, you know, that was in... Oh, there we go, there was a door. That was in the Shivering Isles, this is in another Daedric realm, so it works. Wait a second, is it literally just that she broke a vase and... Oh, she was beating herself up over this? Oh, Gretzka. I feel so bad for her. She's just had a bad life. Her father died in front of her. Her mom just kinda sucks.
What is it, Gretzka?
I fixed the vase. Will you forgive me?
Yes, of course, dear. It was just a vase.
She was beating herself up
In
over
fact,
nothing.
I'm sorry. I may have overreacted a little. I love you.
Aww.
Now, why don't you run along, okay?
I wonder what would have been down that other side, or if they both would have led to the vase in the end. Poor Gretzka, she's just carrying just so much trauma, frankly. Oh. I feel really bad for her. I just want to give her a hug when this is all said and done. You know? Is it just me, or is it not as dark? It might just be, okay, it's because it's morning now. Got it. I will say, I kind of expected that it was just always supposed to be dark, so that's my bad. So now I need to find the third and final omen, and now we need to do bereavement. I have wound up doing the nightmares slightly out of order, but it doesn't seem like you need to do them in order either. I will say during the day, it's not sunny, it's not, you know, nice and bright and blue skies, but during the day, this does feel a little less scary. Still ominous, still a little creepy, but I can see much more in front of me, which is nice. I just didn't check the time because I really thought it was supposed to be dark throughout, so that's my bad. Greater encase in nightmare. I'm just wandering around, I'm just trying to find out where to go, and here we go, another spell tome. If target is sleeping, deal 500 points of damage. If the target dies, fill a soul gem. Ooh. Okay. Lesser encase in nightmare. 125 points of damage. Will there be an adept one then? Regular. Regular is for 250 points of damage. So that would be crazy good for Dark Brotherhood people. Like, just wait for your target to be asleep and then, you know, boop, dead. And, you know, steal their soul while you're at it. God damn. Alright, I found a path that I hadn't gone before. It's gonna be south, kind of southwest from the Awakening Chamber. This should be the way I need to go for the final omen, given that I think I've gone in just about every other direction now. But if you're like me and have a terrible sense of direction, then you might just have a little bit of a longer time on this. Yes, and here he is. Another thing to note, another thing I should mention is that the author is aware that there was a mix-up with the keys. So that's what it was. The key of... what was it? Bereavement opening the door to self-doubt, or whatever it was that I had done, was a bug, or rather it was just like a mix-up in terms of naming, and it should be fixed. It should be fixed now, by the time you're watching this video. And they're also looking to add an actual map, so there's no map in the version I'm playing still, but they did say they're looking to add that for a future update, and I would say that's kind of the only thing feature-wise right now that I'm kind of missing. There we go. Oh, and that's right, because it did say she was going through a forest, or you saw her going through a forest, yep.
Come along, Gretzka.
Oh no!
Let's go home.
We have to watch her dad be murdered by wolves, don't we? Oh boy. Like I said, trauma. Trauma, trauma, trauma. Her dad dies, she thought she was gonna go to jail for breaking her mom's vase. Oh. She's had a bad life, and I know her husband feels bad that she won't talk to him about it, but I think that maybe it would help if she did.
Dad! What happened to him?
Oh, it's okay, honey. Well, you know how everyone has to eat. So do the wolves as well. They have to hunt, just like I do, to feed our family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that.
Good, good. It'll be okay. One day, I'll teach you to hunt, just like the wolves. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'd love that. I can't wait to start.
Well, the wolves are about to start, so watch out. Uh-oh. Oh.
What was that?
It's just the wolves, honey. They won't come near us. Don't worry. Respect them, and they'll respect you.
That's not how that works. That's definitely not how that works. At least not in Skyrim. I have never known the wolves to leave me alone. They go after you. They come after you. They don't respect me. They have never shown me any respect. Don't lie to her.
Stand back, Gretzka. Look the other way, honey.
Why, Papa? What is it?
Look that way.
It's nothing, Gretzka. Just look the other way, all right?
Wait. Is that... Is that a man?
Was a man.
No. Of course not, sweetie. Come along now. Let's go home.
Now he's just Wolf Chow. Oh, that's not good. Wait a second, I thought the wolves killed her dad. Did they burn down her house too? Those are some violent wolves.
Papa? What is that?
Stay here, Gretzka. I'm going to check. And by the gods, stay quiet.
Oh look, there's the vase.
No. Papa, stay here, please.
I also wouldn't go outside. I would also be like, yeah, what if we just stayed right here? That seems like the better idea. Do I want to go out the back? Hold on. Yeah, I think they want me to go out the back. Ooh, that's a wolf den right there. Yeah, plain as day.
Papa? Papa? No! Please! Ah!
Oh, not a wolf, a werewolf. Which it could go either way of it could have actually been a werewolf that killed her dad, or it could have just been, you know, that was her interpretation of it because she was small and the wolf was big. Either way, we've overcome her fears by, killing the wolf that killed her dad. So, you know, we're here to help. There we go. And now we can sleep on the stone bed, which, just gonna make a save real quick. Just because I'm really not sure what to expect next. Gretzka, is that you?
You traverse nightmares as I do. Yet this one is mine.
Oh, run while you can! I can't control it!
Oh. You were not kidding, she is yours. You just took her.
We are one now.
There was a shiny chest back there.
There is no escape. This
Whoa!
is my domain!
Oh, little loud. It is a little funny, just given that some lines are a lot quieter. So, it's just, it's a little inconsistent in terms of dialogue levels. So that is one thing that I would maybe want to see improved if possible. Is there an archer somewhere? I just felt someone attack me with an arrow. Yeah, I hear arrows. There's an archer around here. Oh, there. It's the Lotus. You stay right there for a second. I just need to heal up. They don't know how to get to me. They're a little confused. I like this though, because they're wearing the helm. They're wearing the same helm that I am. They're also a little strong. It's fine. Playing on expert difficulties, so it makes sense. And immediately, just as soon as I say that, murder.
This is my nightmare, and now it will be yours too!
Can I loot your Lotus real quick? Nope, it's empty. It's empty. What if I go straight for the Lotus? Like, maybe killing the Lotus will de-summon them? I don't know if it will, but I'm just curious. No. Oh, yes, it did. Yes. And now we're gonna get another spawn over here.
The girl will never be free.
Man, as if all the trauma wasn't enough for Gretzka as it was. But Vaermina loves it. Vaermina's so happy about it.
Hear my beckons, mortal. Kneel before me and speak.
Oh. What if I don't kneel before you? I'll speak, but kneel? Not really one for kneeling.
You have come here, to this nightmare, for what ends?
Who are you?
You already know, for we have met before, whether you know it or not. When you mutter in your sleep, you speak to me. When you waken wet with sweat, you've just left my house.
Oof.
I dwell in your dreams, and I savor your nightmares, for I am Vaermina.
I'm here to save Gretzka. Came for the challenge. I'm here for my own gain. I'm here to save Gretzka.
As I suspected, yet you've proven so much more. I have an offer for you, mortal. Should your good intentions not cloud your senses.
I'm listening. What is this offer? What do you mean, good intentions?
You come here, where you are not welcome.
You let me in.
Meddle in my plans to save this girl. Not knowing what the boon I was to bestow upon her.
Yeah, I don't really trust you right now. What were your plans for Gretzka?
The same offer I am prepared to offer you. Yet, for her, she did not have a choice in the matter.
What is this offer? I hope I can still say no if I ask.
As you have freed my last plaything, I need another.
Ooh.
But this time, my boon is bestowed willingly. I ask of you to become Nightmare Manifest, to bring pain, fear, and torment to those that sleep peacefully. Should you prove up to the challenge, take my lullaby and send Gretzka to restless slumber.
That sounds bad. Accept or refuse, and I can either refuse or hear, or I can just, waltz right over there and, restless slumber it up. I'll never make a deal with the likes of you.
Is that so? Well, you've wasted enough of my time as it is.
I do that a lot.
Be gone from my presence, mortal.
There you are.
Where am I? Who are you? What's going on?
Are you okay?
My head is pounding, but I'll live.
I'm Aelia. Ralphorn sent me to find you.
Oh, I recognize you. From that nightmare.
That's me.
I don't understand, though. Where am I? Why am I here?
You went missing. I came to find you. You recognize me?
Yeah, you were in my nightmare, and now you're here. But I've never seen you before in my life.
You went missing. Your husband sent me to find you.
Missing? How? Was I sleepwalking again?
Bingo.
It just felt like another nightmare to me for the most part.
I was in your nightmare. It seems Vaermina had corrupted you.
Vaermina? What would she have wanted with me? A cruel trick, I suspect.
What did the Daedra want
and
with anyone?
you were in my nightmare. Oh, this is all an awful lot to take in.
It is, isn't it? What do you remember?
It was like any other night. I went to bed and fell asleep. I was having a nightmare. Nothing out of the ordinary for me. And now I'm here. With you.
Yes, I slept here and somehow the nightmare? I feel like that's not a complete sentence.
I won't pretend to understand what's happened here. I need to think this through.
Well, you should go back home to Ralphorn.
You're right. Just give me a few moments to collect myself, and I'll be on my way. Don't worry about me from here. I'll be fine. I'll meet you back with Ralphorn.
Alright, well, let's get back to your husband. I'm sure he's worried sick. The real question is, do you think this was like, you know, how dreams feel like they take hours but they happen in seconds? Do you think we've only been gone for just a matter of minutes, minus the traveling back and forth, the time to get up to the Sea of Ghosts and get back? Is she here? Yes, she's home.
Speak with Ralphorn. I'll talk afterwards.
You got it.
You're back! Oh, Gretzka caught me up on everything! Oh, I cannot thank you enough.
Like everything? All the trauma, everything? What are we talking here? Did she get here okay?
Yeah, she did. As far as she told me. I'm sure she can tell you more herself.
I'm just happy to be of help.
Well, my unending thanks go out to you. Sadly, I have nothing to offer in the way of gold. It's a tough life out here, you see. Gretzka wants to talk to you, though, I believe.
Alright.
What do you need?
Thank you for everything. I'd not know what would have come of me had you not come to my aid.
Did you get here safely?
The swim back to shore was a little cold. But nothing a hearty Nord woman couldn't handle.
A reward wouldn't go amiss. No need to thank me.
I disagree. There is every need. Here, I want you to have this. It'll serve you better than me. And my father would have wanted you to have it.
Daybreakers, or Daybreak's Embrace, added. What is this ring?
It was my father's. Passed down to me when he passed on to Sovngarde. But it'll serve you on your adventures more than it ever did me. He always said, pay kindness with kindness. So this is my way of honoring his wish.
What do you know of Vaermina?
She's the Daedric Prince of Nightmares. Other than that, not a lot. I was doing some research into my nightmares before the incident. I came across her name several times then.
What do you think happened back there?
I'm unsure. It seemed to all be my usual nightmares as much as I can recall. Until you showed up, at least. I felt something come over me. Like I wasn't in control over my own body. Like a lucid dream, but I wasn't in control.
It seemed like she wanted to use you for something.
That doesn't make any sense. Why me?
Trauma. That's really just why, I'm pretty sure. I saw your nightmares. Were they all real?
In part, yes. All the nightmares with my father were true. He was killed by wolves, I was always told. But I think the werewolf was my imaginative mind as a child.
That's what I said, yep.
My mother would always threaten me with calling the guards. Before she put me up for adoption.
Oh, she actually
and the
did,
falling
yep.
and water one. Well, some prisons we make ourselves. I think it has another meaning, not from a memory like the others.
How do you feel now?
I feel different. It's as if a weight has been lifted off of my mind. I'm hoping her influence has gone.
Do you remember how you ended up where I found you?
No, nothing still. It just felt like a normal night, and then the usual nightmares. But when I woke up, I was wherever we were.
And these are just, pretty generic questions, but still, I'll go ahead and ask. What is this place?
This is Green Tip Cabin. I live here with my husband, Ralphorn.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a hunter. I hunt the local game to feed Ralphorn and myself.
Alright.
Be seeing you then.
Let's take a look at that ring, and after that I will be reloading. That way we can do the other ending, which is a little bit more evil, as it were. Daybreak's Embrace. During the day, health, magic, and stamina regenerate 80% faster. Not too shabby. Alright, so well, I'll save here, just to have this save, but let's load back and see the other ending.
I ask of you to become a nightmare manifest, to bring pain, fear, and torment to those that sleep peacefully. Should you prove up to the challenge, take my lullaby and send Gretzka to restless slumber.
Okay, so we have to take this bow. The bow lays before you. Will you take it accepting Vaermina's offer, or will you leave it saving Gretzka? I'm gonna take the bow. Oh, they put me back here, and I'm just immediately gonna murder her. Vaermina's Lullaby. If the target is sleeping, paralyzed for 10 seconds, then targets take 80 points of shock damage and half as much magicka damage. I'll go for the headshot. Ooh.
A choice well made. Now go, my champion, and let the nightmares of Tamriel become real.
Well, I'm about to commit another nightmare, or cause another nightmare. I'm gonna go tell her husband that I just murdered his wife. Oh, man. I could also then use one of the spells to then kill him. I could use one of the spells that I got to Jill and just murder him while I'm at it. Hey there.
Oh, good, you're back. So, did you find my Gretzka?
Yes, I did. She's dead.
By the Divines. My Gretzka.
I can send you to her.
How did she die?
I don't know.
Closure would have been nice. But thank you for all you've done. Now, I need some time to myself. Please, leave me be.
Yeah, just, go to sleep. You should sleep. It's a little late. Am I allowed to wait here? It seems I am, yeah. I just need him to go to bed, just finish up there, and go to sleep. I have a spell for you. Ooh! Oh, I love that I got that split second of seeing his health drain. He started to wake up and just, dead. Yep, that was pretty evil of me. This was a great experience, and it serves as a great example of what Daedric quests can be, having one that's a bit longer, more fleshed out, with a new world space choices and corresponding rewards. I really felt engrossed throughout my time playing, getting to solve Gretzka's doubts, seeing her past, and everything that led to her carrying the trauma that she does as an adult. Like I said during my time playing, this feels like a little bit of a play on Skyrim's Sheogorath quest, but drawing that out much more, making it more involved, and having another layer of depth to it. The assets used for this mod really helped to set the tone, using new trees, the Eldritch Dungeon tile set, and so on. Links to all of the assets used can be found on the mod page, for anyone who might be interested in seeing the sources for them. The new world space was really well done. I liked the branching pathways, the use of Soul Slime's basalt columns, the fog, everything. I'm glad that the Ludist is planning on adding a proper map in a future update, as that would have been one of my main suggestions in the end. It's not that it's impossible to navigate without it, but having a map would definitely make things a bit easier, especially since Skyrim's local map has never really been great. That being said, I wouldn't want them to add fast travel. It's not a large enough world space to justify it, but maybe having markers for the Awakening Chamber and the 3 Nightmares could really help players orient themselves a bit more. I mentioned during the video that I would give a runtime for how long this ultimately took me, and between getting lost and loading back to show the different endings, this took me just under 2 hours. And I don't believe that I missed anything in the mod either. I really liked that each of the 3 nightmares was distinct, with self-doubt being more of a puzzle, having to find the right door to remove Gretzka's doubts, wandering through the Bereavement nightmare and living out her memory of her father's death, and going through her imagination of what life in prison might be, all because her cruel mother made her believe that she would go to jail for breaking a vase. Each nightmare had its own goals, and it worked really well. The new gear and spells are great additions. I love that we not only get to choose between light and heavy versions of the helm, but that we also got to choose its enchantment from 3 different options. Having the 3 different variants of the one spell that kills NPCs in their sleep was a great touch, as you'll have more ways to access that spell type depending on how much you put into your magicka stat. That spell in particular is gonna be great for Dark Brotherhood characters. The new Detect Sleeping spell doesn't feel like it would be too much more useful than something like Detect Life, but it still gives us more spell options in the end. And having different rewards depending on which choice you make at the end of the mod gives some more options for role players. The voice acting was well done, but I would like to see some more consistency across the audio levels, and hopefully that's something that might be rolled out as an update at some point. I think the discrepancy in audio levels was especially evident with Ralphorn and Gretzka at the end, with Gretzka being in the audio range that I'm used to, and Ralphorn being much quieter for many of his lines. The projected dialogue in the Nightmare of Self-Doubt was very loud, but that was likely due to my use of the NPC Dialogue Audio Enhancer mod. The only other thing that I would like to see fixed is that I did notice some minor grammatical errors here and there, a couple of which I spotted in Gretzka's journal, and a few more in dialogue choices as well. Those should be fairly easy fixes though. All in all, this was a great experience, and it's easily my favorite of the Ludist mods so far. I'd love to see more narrative projects like this from them, and if anything, this makes me want to see similar mods that add new, longer Daedric quests, maybe fleshing out some other princes in the Pantheon, the way that they did for Vaermina. But that's gonna be all for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to my official Discord server, as well as early access to most new videos. And if you'd like to watch me play something other than Skyrim, make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.